The night was eerie, with an unsettling tension hanging in the air. I had been avoiding my apartment for a week, seeking refuge from the escalating tensions with my roommate. Instead, I spent my nights wandering the downtown streets until midnight, then embarking on the long walk back to my neighborhood. Our residence, a half of a duplex, stood amidst a predominantly single-family home area. During the day, the neighborhood was teeming with mischievous children, especially in the summer. Their playful antics filled the air, accompanied by the familiar jingle of ice cream trucks. Usually, the melody brought me comfort, evoking memories of my own childhood pursuits. I would sprint after that melodic sound, clutching crumpled dollars, relishing the tart popsicles that stained my hands in hues of red and blue. However, on that particular night, as I walked home, hoping to find my roommate sound asleep, I heard that unmistakable melody drifting towards me. It was much too late for an ice cream truck to be roaming the streets. The haunting tune echoed through the silence, the only accompaniments being the rhythmic click of my footsteps on the concrete sidewalk and sporadic sprays from late-night sprinklers on impeccably manicured lawns. Intrigued, I ventured through a couple of unfamiliar blocks, tracing the origin of the music. Eventually, I arrived at a street I didn't recognize, and there it was, a vivid sight that left me dumbfounded. The ice cream truck sat idling on the side of the road, playing its jingle as if it were the middle of the day. But what astonished me even more was the multitude of children playing in every yard. Curiously, there were no adults in sight, despite the late hour. Concern began to well up within me. Was this a case of neglect? Should I call Child Protective Services? It seemed inconceivable that so many kids would be left to run wild at such a late hour. Yet, the entire block was swarming with children, as if it were some bizarre celebration or holiday I was oblivious to. A group of youngsters, too young for elementary school, caught my attention. There were 4 of them, darting around, their laughter filling the air. The child at the front proudly proclaimed, "I'm the Frog King." The others immediately disputed, each claiming their own regal titles. "No, I'm the Frog King," one argued. "I'm the Frog Knight. I'll beat you all and become the Frog King and the Frog Knight." They reveled in their make-believe frog kingdom, blissfully unaware of the dangers they might face or the neglect they suffered. To them, it was a world where frog knights pledged their allegiance to amphibious royalty, a simple and enchanting existence. Across the yard to my right, 2 boys sat on a swing set, wearing blue caps. They swung idly, their lack of effort unsettling. Their expressionless stares pierced through me, as if they weren't even breathing. It sent shivers down my spine, an uncanny sensation that something was amiss. Their lifeless eyes followed me as I continued up the block, leaving me with an eerie feeling. The scene felt surreal, as if an elaborate illusion had been woven. While it was plausible that one family would let their children play past their bedtime, the presence of children in front of every house defied logic. Something was awry, and I couldn't ignore it. As I approached the ice cream truck, I reached into my pockets, searching for change. There was a small line of children waiting, discussing their preferred treats as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Not a single glance was cast in my direction as the line progressed. The ice cream man put on a show, expertly presenting a variety of frozen treats, popsicles, ice cream cones, ice cream sandwiches, fudgesicles, and cartoon characters frozen in berry-flavored delights. When it was my turn, I held out a $5 bill and ordered a fudgesicle. "You don't belong here," the ice cream man declared with a chilling tone. "Just walking home and heard the music. Thought I'd treat myself," I replied, taken aback by his hostility. "This isn't a place for people like you." "Leave," he growled, his weathered face etched with scars and wrinkles, his movements lethargic and unsettling. "Leave before you regret it." Confused and alarmed, I pressed him for answers. "What's happening here? Why are so many children out at this hour? And why are you selling ice cream in the dead of night?" His response only deepened the enigma. "What children?" he asked, causing me to look around. To my astonishment, the kids I had seen just moments ago had vanished. They were everywhere, playing in front of every house, I stammered, unable to make sense of the sudden disappearance. "You've done it now. Interfering with things you don't understand," he hissed, lunging forward and seizing my arm with an icy grip. I shrieked in pain, attempting to free myself from his grasp, but his grip remained unyielding. His eyes widened with fury as he screamed incoherently, warning me of the consequences. "You've done it. It was all fine until you came. Now, you'll come with me." I didn't want it to come to this so soon. Summoning every ounce of strength, I managed to break free and sprinted away, desperate to put as much distance between myself and the ice cream truck as possible. Though I expected him to give chase, he stayed a few hundred feet behind, trailing me with no headlights, the haunting melody still reverberating in the night. In a reckless move, I turned a corner and vaulted over a fence, seeking refuge in someone's backyard. Fear coursed through me, aware that the homeowners might confront me with hostility or summon the police. But rational minds seemed more appealing than the deranged ice cream truck driver. Agony surged through my hands as I scaled another fence, pushing myself to lose him. Bleeding and panting, I finally arrived back at the duplex. I stumbled inside, collapsing onto the sofa, gasping for breath. Within moments, the familiar melody invaded the stillness of the night once again. The ice cream truck had reached my block. "Please, just go away. Leave us alone," I muttered under my breath, pleading with the universe to intervene. The light clicked on, and I turned to find my roommate standing behind me, his face etched with annoyance. "What the hell is wrong with you?" he grumbled. "Turn off the light," I whispered urgently. "Why? What's going on?" he inquired, perplexed by my unusual behavior. "Just do it. There's someone outside." "I'll explain later," I pleaded, realizing it was already too late. The ice cream man began pounding on the door, his voice laden with anger and desperation. "Get out here. You've ruined everything, and now you'll pay for it. It's your fault they had to go away." Confusion and concern clouded my roommate's face as he peered through the peephole. Determination replaced his initial surprise. "Leave us alone, or I'm calling the police. You've ruined everything." "I won't leave until you fix it," the ice cream man bellowed, seizing my roommate by the throat, his grip tight and unyielding. My roommate fought back, struggling against the old man's vice-like grip. But as the pressure on his throat increased, he found it impossible to break free. Horrified, I rushed towards the door, ready to aid my friend. In mere moments, however, the ice cream man dragged my roommate away, his choking gasps piercing the air. "No, no!" I cried out, but it was too late. The old man hauled my roommate into the ice cream truck, and as he closed the door, the eerie music resumed. From every house on the block, children emerged to watch the scene unfold. With a bone-chilling realization, I witnessed them fade into thin air as the ice cream truck drove away. My mind raced, struggling to comprehend the sinister events that had just unfolded. I trembled with fear and confusion, haunted by the loss of my roommate and the inexplicable presence of the ice cream man. Determined to unravel this chilling mystery, I delved into researching the ice cream truck's origins and the strange occurrences on that fateful night. I scoured news articles, delved into local history, and sought out urban legends. What I discovered sent shivers down my spine. Legend spoke of an ice cream man who traveled through time, abducting children as part of a malevolent bargain. He preyed on unsuspecting victims, luring them with his melodic siren song. Those who dared to interfere would suffer the consequences, as I had witnessed firsthand. Driven by an insatiable thirst for justice and the need to free my roommate from the clutches of this malevolent entity, I embarked on a perilous quest. Armed with knowledge and a resolve fueled by grief, I confronted the darkness head-on. Through forgotten realms and forbidden rituals, I sought a way to challenge the ice cream man's power. Legends guided me to an ancient artifact rumored to hold the key to breaking his curse. I journeyed into the heart of the unknown, braving treacherous trials and facing otherworldly beings. Finally, after countless obstacles and sacrifices, I stood before the ice cream man's lair, the ancient artifact clutched tightly in my hand. With a trembling heart, I called upon the forces of light and summoned the strength to face him. The battle that ensued was fierce and fraught with danger. The ice cream man unleashed his sinister powers, conjuring nightmarish illusions and bending reality to his will. But I fought with unwavering determination, fueled by the love and loyalty I felt for my friend. In a climactic showdown, I shattered the ice cream man's hold over the children he had stolen and trapped in a timeless realm. As the curse unraveled, the children were released, their grateful faces radiating joy and relief. But the ice cream man, stripped of his power and condemned to a fate worse than death, vanished into the abyss. His chilling presence and malevolence were banished from the world forever. In the aftermath of this harrowing ordeal, I returned to the duplex, the weight of grief and triumph heavy on my shoulders. Though the wounds of the past could never fully heal, I vowed to honor the memory of my lost roommate by ensuring no other innocent souls would suffer the ice cream man's wrath. And so, with renewed purpose and an unwavering resolve, I embarked on a new mission to warn others, to protect the vulnerable, and to stand as a beacon of light against the encroaching darkness. The memory of that haunting night would forever be etched in my mind, a constant reminder of the evil that lurks beneath the surface of our seemingly ordinary world.